Welcome to the missing piece. So today I am putting an order together. This is the Architecture San Francisco set. When we ship stuff here, we like to use these letter style boxes. It's like an 8 by 10 or so. We put our stamp in there, which is going to be reversed because my phone's flipped around. But I just wanted to show how I disassemble a set and how I organize the pieces real quick. So the first thing to know is to know that some color bricks, like this dark brown, are pretty weak. So you just got to be careful when you're taking stuff apart that it is not going to break. And if it does break, then you just replace it. Okay? So that's the first thing. So the dark brown is notorious. Dark blue of the older sets is notorious for breaking. Reddish brown, this dark reddish color, that too is also a pretty brittle color. So you just evaluate a set and you take, and take a moment and just put a game plan together on how you're going to disassemble it. I personally have never built this set, so I didn't know how exactly it went together, but I am familiar with these Skyline sets. And if you can see down inside there, it's a lot of Technic connections and things like that. That's just covered up with some tiling. So what I'll do is, let's say I'll grab a building, just kind of pop it off there. So I got these pieces here, and then I'll just break it down as far as I can, and then take the pieces. So I end up with a couple plates and some modified plates, and then I put those into the appropriate bins. And so here's another one. Here's a modified tile with like an angle on it. So this one's a little bit special, so I'll end up putting this into its own bag or bin. But pretty easy stuff. And then like this brown building was basically just a bunch of just bricks. Okay, so that'll go into like a brick bin basically. But I try to think about the person that's going to be rebuilding this, and with any luck, the way I organize the pieces will make sense to someone so that they can rebuild it and enjoy the build. A couple things that I do keep handy is the Lego brick separator, of course. I don't have the other one, but I usually keep two so you can pry two things apart. I'll keep canned air around so that I can just give the set a nice once over as I'm bagging it up. If there's something that's really stuck in there, like a cobweb, I take a natural bristle brush like this one and just softly brush everything off. It's very, very easy. So the combination of this brush with the canned air works really well. I would like to get away from the canned air, just I guess environmental reasons, and just use compressed air, but I'm in an office suite and that doesn't seem very courteous to my building mates. But yeah, so maybe in the future if I get my own storefront or something like that. But so the way I organize the pieces, just slide all this stuff out of the way, is I'll just make some room. There we go. I try to think of the pieces in profile and what the thickness and the style of pieces. So you get plates. You have a 2x plate, so it's 2 studs wide by however many long, and then you have your 1x plates, so it's 1 stud wide by however many long. So those will go into their own bins. That's how I kind of justify it. If you can look inside of this bin, you can see a variety of different types of plates. The one thing you won't see in here is any tiles. Tiles go into their own bin because they're just a specialized piece, being that they got the smooth side with no studs. The other thing I'll do is I'll do bricks. So I'll separate the bricks the same way. I don't have any other of the 2x bricks, but these are all 1x bricks. And it's not just the longer bricks or anything like that, but I'll even do like the round cylinders, clear. I never ever organize by color, unless there's such a quantity when I'm disassembling a set that it is needed. But so like these ones here that just got the little modified on it, that's still a plate to me, so that goes in with the other plates. This here is a tile because it's smooth on the top, in my head anyways, and the profile of it is it's 2 plates tall. It's not the same thickness as like a stud. Brown really isn't showing up very well. Okay, like a stud is 3 plates deep or tall. And then if I'm doing like a really big set, I'll end up with Technic pieces. So if you're familiar with this set. It's got these little tubes. It's got these Technic pin holders and a bar. I always put the bars in with Technic stuff. And then what I call architectural detail pieces. That's what these like rubberized tips will go into it. There's this little thingy here that I think has been used in some friend sets as like a lipstick. But after I get the whole thing disassembled, I'll kind of evaluate what's here and bag it up the best way that I can that it makes sense. So maybe like if I only end up with 3 pieces in this one bin, then maybe I'll put it in with Technic stuff just so it's a bag of like specialized stuff. So, but that's it. This set does come with the box and the instructions, so I'm going to pack it up all nice and neat, get it all put in the box, and then put it in our white boxed mailer with our stamp on it, and get this thing out today. But I just thought that my process is a little interesting, and I know if people have wondered what's the best way to organize your pieces and to how to or what to do with old sets. So if it's something that you've built that you no longer want to keep on display, or you want to make room for something else, just disassemble it, organize the pieces in a way that makes sense to you, and then put it back in the box if you saved it. If you didn't, large storage bags, zip top bags are great for that. But that's it. So I'm going to finish taking apart this set, and yeah, about, I don't know, a third of the way into it, and get this in the mail hopefully today. But thanks for watching. We'll see you next time at themissingpiece.store.